Welcome back to Math Zen, everyone. This is going to be our first video diving into the topic of division, specifically focusing on the concept of repeated subtraction. Before we get into it, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel by clicking the icon in the lower right-hand corner. It helps the channel a lot.
This slide, we are going to dive into one of the most hotly debated topics in elementary schools right now, and that is how we teach division. When we were in school as adults, we were probably taught long division, and that was the way to do it. Just remember the steps and you would be good, which it does work. I don't want to say that it doesn't, but nowadays we're teaching a different thought process behind that. We're trying to get away from the idea of something going into something, because that implies we're making an addition, when in fact division is just nothing but a repeated subtraction of a divisor from a dividend until the dividend runs out, or until you can't take an equal sized group away from the dividend, which in that case it would be a remainder. So in this very simple basic example, we have a number line showing 24 and we are dividing by 6. So in this case, all that's telling us to do is to take groups of 6 away from 24 until you run out. And the amount of groups that you take away is the quotient to the problem. So as you can see here, our first subtraction, or our first jump of 6, starts at 24 and it goes back to 18. And our next jump then goes from 18 to 12, and then from 12 to 6, and then from 6 to 0. That's a total of 4 subtractions of 6. Therefore, the answer to this division problem is 4. Now let's go ahead and try to do this one together. We're going to start with the example of 30 divided by 5. Remember, we're thinking repeated subtractions. So we're starting at 30, and we're going to jump backwards or make subtractions of 5 at a time until we run out of dividend. So our first jump takes us to 25, then to 20, then to 15, then all the way back to 10, then back to 5, and then finally we end back at 0. Now, all you have to do to find your answer here is count up your jumps. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So since we made 6 jumps, our quotient here for this problem is 6. All right, on this slide, I'd like you to try to work this one out on your own, showing the number line to illustrate how this simple division problem is working. Go ahead and pause the screen now if you don't want to see me solve it. All right, so here we go with this. We are going to start at 27, and we are going to make our first jump of 9 backwards and end at 18. Then we're going to do our second jump of 9 to get back to 9, and then our third jump of 9 to get back to 0. That is a total of 3 jumps, which means the final answer to this problem is 3.
Great job today. I know the examples today were very basic, but this lesson sets the foundation for the way we are going to think about dividing larger numbers using partial quotients. Before you go, drop a like and a comment, and I'll do my best to get back to you. As always, don't forget to find your Math Zen.